Alright, let's see. Is that working? Did that work? Let's find out. Shit, what about my phone? Hold on. That's... That... Okay. Let's see, is that working? I have to click play. That's a novel idea. Ah, there we go. What a novel idea. Hello, hello. What's poppin'? Let's see. Let's see. Oh god. Okay, things are happening. Things are happening. People are showing up. Let's see. Is that video actually working, though? That's what I need to know. Scribble, 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 scribble. Okay. Alright, I'm just like 20 seconds behind. But that's okay. But that's okay. I mean, I'm normally significantly longer than 20 seconds behind in anything that I do on any given day. Burritos are popping. Hell fucking yeah. That's what we love to see. Okay. Good. Post that there. Post that there. And I don't need to post that there. Whatever. Smash, next question. Alright, okay. Everything is good. Everything is gone because I deleted it. Because I haven't actually started doing anything yet, but I want to. I want to start doing things. I need to get some art stuff done. I'm finally trying to sit my ass down to get it done. It's taken me a long time, but I finally decided to get off my ass. Just some test scribbles, that's all. That's exactly right. No, I feel like for the longest time I've wanted to get some, if not permanent, at least some temporary, like, channel graphics in and stuff like that. It's like I've been doing painting streams. I've been doing some game streams on YouTube recently, and like, I think it's time I finally sat down and actually started, putting some graphical imagery in the books for that. So yeah, I want to draw some like basic thumbnails for like painting streams and like drawing streams and game streams and stuff like that. Because right now I've just been using a lot of like temporary graphics and stuff like that. So I'm just gonna be drawing some little Ethans, doing some little things. Just so I have assets to fall back on, What do you know? You can draw more than penguins. It took me a while to do. It took me a while to learn how, but eventually I got there. Arguably. Okay, all in all, I don't think quality's coming through too bad. I also wanted to reasonably based. Good grief. I also wanted to like set up a proper what do you call it? I wanted to figure out a way that I could actually like stream and stuff because like my computer's good, but as soon as it starts to run OBS, it's what's the word? A piece of shit. I think it's what I'd say there. Okay, hold on. How can I stop this screen from going to sleep? So yeah, I've essentially got like I've essentially got two computers set up right now. I've got my art computer. What's going on with that hand? I've got my art computer that's like I'm, drawing on, obviously. And I've actually got that hooked up to my Steam Deck, which is a bit of a weird one, but it's a computer, so It does everything I need it to do. Alright, just want to get some very basic idea of what I'm getting down. Thumbnailing, I believe it's called. Full practice never hurt anybody. That's right. Okay, finger. Okay, God, how do thumbs work? No, the thumb should be on top. Yeah, that makes sense. If you've never seen my drawing process before, it is literally just like... It is literally just like a good couple of hours of me throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks. So do not expect anything perfect right out of the gate. In fact, do not expect anything perfect at all. Not just in regards to this, but also just life in general. You know, you lower your expectations and then you'll never be disappointed. That's a really sad way to live, actually. Don't do that. How is the Steam Deck? The Steam Deck's really fucking good. Like, I very much enjoy it. Gonna do. It's gonna be like that. Yeah, like I was telling another buddy of mine about it, and like, you know, his whole like idea on the device was like, you know, he thought it was an interesting concept, but he couldn't think of anybody who would like actually, you know, need one. Like it wouldn't like replace a full gaming PC or anything like that. And I was like, yeah, no, that's absolutely right. Like, I'm such a niche use case as somebody who, like, you know, lives in multiple countries and is probably going to do like a lot of traveling back and forth between them. Like, I bought this so that if I ever have to move again, I simply would not need to get a new tower PC. And for that reason alone, it's worth it. Let's see, I'm just doing a real basic hand there. I don't know what model it's gonna be here right now. I'm really just sort of I'm very like, it's been a while since I've drawn as well. Like, what is, no idea what's going on with this hand over here. Looks like I'm about to administer surgery rather than I am painting. I kind of wanted to draw myself like holding this brush poorly, for lack of a better term. But I think people will simply make fun of me for that. Let's see. Let me just look up some reference images. Let's see. Do I have any pictures of myself on my phone that I can use for reference? Of course I do. I'm me. Let's see. What does my face look like? God, what a weirdo. I'm liking the sketch concept so far. Thank you. Just doing a very rough thumbnail. And in fact, I might do some multiple like variants of this. Like, let's just. I sort of had I had a rough concept in mind for what I wanted to do, which was, you know, dude painting stuff over here on the right, and then over on the left, it sort of like zooms in on the model, and it's like that'd be, you know, the roughly rectangular shaped thumbnail there. That's more or less what I'm going for, but I think I can move this out a bit. yeah, like I wanna get back into the I want to get back into the habit of drawing more. I like fell off the wagon for a good long while. Um, but, then I've also got some like other video concepts and stuff that would require me to draw a little bit more. So I'm really just trying to, shake the rust off and get back into it. I think if this streaming setup goes well, which I think it is for all intents and purposes. Like if the setup works well, then I can definitely see myself doing it a lot more. Because like I like throwing on a stream because it keeps me focused. I have to. I can't like alt tab and look at social media, which is probably the biggest thing that holds me back. I'm always tempted to draw myself with those like, really weird magnification goggles, make your eyes really big. But no, I don't own those. That's a little bit too. That's a little bit too. Yeah, I don't. That's a professional painting tool. I don't want to give people the notion that I am, or even that I'm trying to be a professional painter. Use your vids as reference. That's pretty much what I'm doing. Um, I'm pretty much looking at a picture of my phone, a picture that I have on my phone, which is me looking in the mirror wearing a like bright pink bathrobe, and beneath the folds of the robe, you can just make out a purple T-shirt, which seems to depict the face of Garfield, the orange cat, on the body of Lanky Kong from Donkey Kong 64. Which just sort of shows you the kinds of pictures I have of myself that I don't share on the internet. That's a lie. I've shared that one before. Let's see. Let's see. What am I gonna do with this big ass forehead? Let's see. See, just sort of like roughing out the hairline. With my ears. Now my ears would probably be like a little bit closer in. I got a big ass widow's peak, which I've slowly grown a little bit more accustomed to by describing it internally as the Vegeta V, because it looks like the hair that Mr. Vegeta from the Dragon Balls has. Let's see. There we go. Get the curl in there. That's the most important. That's the most important part about my character design, really. Hello, hello. What's poppin'? Let's see. I think one thing I've found about, not drawing in a very long time is that even though I'm having to like teach myself how to do it all again from scratch, it also means I'm not like falling on any bad habits or anything like that. I guess I got that going for me. Let's see. Sort of roughing out the side of the... Just roughing out shapes and whatnot. yeah, like half of this I'm gonna, I'm gonna redo it completely because knowing me, that tends to be how I work. I'm sort of just painting a box of Tyranid rolls. Oh hell yeah! We love those little guys in this house. I've been meaning to get back to my Leviathan Tyranids for the longest time now. Like, they've been sitting on my pile. I've been meaning to get to do them. Or been meaning to try to do them at least. And every time I always talk myself out of it. Well, no, that's a lie. I've just been on more of the orc kick recently. Behemoth all the way. Hell yeah. I remember I've given my guys a little bit of a custom paint job. I've got their bodies down as what was it? Thousand Suns blue with a little bit of Wraithbone. Well, I guess Tyranids are mostly Wraithbone, but yeah, Thousand Suns blue for the kind of bejeweled emerald sort of vibe that I got going on. But yeah, I've been meaning to get back and paint. I've been meaning to go back and paint some more of them because, like, I don't know. I feel like I go through moods and phases with my paintings. Well, paintings, my mini painting. Like, I start off with the Space Marines, then I got the kick for the orcs, and now I've been painting a lot of humanoids. Now I'm just sort of sitting here going like, okay, why don't I paint something absolutely disgusting, absolutely monstrous? Yeah, the Tyranids are definitely up on my list. I painted one Termagaunt, and then I painted one of the bigger guys from the Leviathan box set. I think they're the Barbagaunts. No, those are small ones. Might be the Neurogons. The ones with the big, like, shoulder-mounted flesh rocket launchers. Whatever you call those. I painted one of those bigger guys, and I kind of fucked up the color scheme, and I think and I think that's why I haven't painted any more of the Tyranids, because I just sort of look at it and feel this profound sense of shame. But I think enough time has passed that I can finally go out and get back on the horse. I'd like to do Emperor's Children with the new rules thing. I haven't looked too deeply into the new rules thing that they dropped or announced. Like, I don't know. I think I took a very surface level look at it, and it was just like, isn't this just Chaos Marines except you can only choose Slanesh? I don't know. Really, I should probably look into things more before I make commentary or judgments on them. Let's see, how is this? I'm so used to drawing my hair curl from like one angle that I have no idea how it works in any other way. Let's see. But yeah, I've also got like a couple of Chaos Space Marines I'd like to go back to. With the Emperor's Children color scheme, of course. Of course, of course. I'm gonna save this real quick. Hopefully there's no malicious files in there. Hopefully not. We do not get it right the first time. Yeah, that's exactly right. I more see it with when talking about that Tyrannid model in particular. I think where I went, it's not even necessarily where I went wrong. I just sort of like took a risk. Because I was like, oh yeah, I should paint this big gun that he's holding Macragge blue. You know, like the ultramarine blue. Because I was like, you know what? I think ultramarine blue is actually I think this should be actual uses for this outside of just painting ultramarines. Because it's a good shade of blue. And I think we should use it more often. And to my credit, the shade of blue that I used on the Tyrannid wasn't too bad. But then for some reason, I tried to like dry brush it with red to like get a weird sort of color combination going on, and that didn't look too good. Because it was like, oh, okay, we're just gonna mash two primary colors together and not blend them in any way. It did not turn out the way I thought it would. Then again, I wasn't really thinking to begin with, I should say. Love the drawing. Thank you. Very early in progress, but I'm trying to get there. When you next plan to do Warhammer related content, I've got. I mean, I enjoy doing the Warhammer painting streams because like they're just a ton of fun to like chill out and do. But I need to find a better way of doing those that isn't just me going live from my phone and like pointing it down at my workspace. I need to invest in like an actual camera or something like that. Okay. But in terms of other like Warhammer videos that I'm looking about doing, I was actually working on a rough cut of one earlier today. Like, should I talk about it? Yeah, I can probably talk about it. Yeah, I have a like Warhammer concept video that I wanted to do where it's kind of like a lore video where it's like me talking about Warhammer lore, except I talk about three pieces of Warhammer lore, um, all around a certain theme. Except one of the bits of lore is made up, and then it's kind of like onto you, the viewer, to figure out which of these little tidbits of lore that I've discussed is the one that's entirely not real. So yeah, that's a little video concept that I've been working on earlier today. I got it filmed, but I think the thing for that is that I'm gonna need to like draw some stuff for that. Just because it's gonna need like a couple of like art assets and things like that. Because given the premise, I can't really use official art assets because, well, then it will be very easy to tell which one doesn't have official art assets. So that's yeah, that's probably like the main Warhammer video that I'm working on right now. Am I just a Warhammer guy? Is that what this has come to? I never thought that would occur. Has anyone ever told you that you look like Jim Carrey? In my comments, plenty of times. It's either that or various YouTubers who have been removed from the planet due to sex crimes. But yes, people are very forthcoming um, when they believe you resemble somebody else who already exists. I mean, I don't see it half the time, but you know, people on the internet will just say anything. That's the one thing I've learned. Lol. So, for example, a fake piece of lore would be like the line used to be a blood raven. It's more so. It's the concept is more so me talking about like basically recounting tales from various bits of Warhammer lore. So that way I can put like comedic spins on it and um I can do bits and jokes and scatter in details to make them seem more or less legitimate. So I think the video that I'm working on is like I tell three stories, and I think so far it's got a runtime of like 20 minutes or something like that. 20-25. Just to give a sort of sense of scale, I think. You could do a lore video with another YouTuber. I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to it. Like, I don't know. Like, I've had it's weird. I don't think I've ever really done collabs necessarily before. Like to me, I'm just like making stuff that I like and want to make. Like that to me is probably like the biggest thing. It's probably the biggest thing with me. Like I don't necessarily want to make stuff to make stuff or like make good content or whatever. Like I like to do bits. I like to do stories. I like to have a fun time. That's kind of what drives me on vis-a-vis content. Have you ever listened to the Poor Hammer podcast? I have not. I've listened to a good couple of episodes of Adeptus Ridiculous. It's probably my main one. But outside of that, um, I haven't really listened to a lot of podcasts recently. I think I sort of switched over to audiobooks at some point, and then I just never really looked back from there. I've been meaning to go back and sort of check out some of the podcasts I used to listen to back in the day. I go through phases. Like sometimes I'll just be like, yeah, I'm gonna be like listening to music for hours on end, and then other times I'll look for the ramblings of madmen to help pass the time. What does my hair look like? I need to I need to portray myself with an accurate level of fluffiness. Yeah, that reminds of drawing with jazz. It's because we're both Australian. That's all it is. We are all the same. Let's see. What am I? Trying to make it look like I don't have like. Trying to make it look like I don't have a ponytail or anything. I think this'll. I think it should be good enough. Get a bit of hair spikes in there. Should probably put some like paint pots or something down here. Build out the scene. There we go. Where are we? Hold on, I know what I gotta do down here. This is an important detail. I don't think it's gonna show, but rip. Oh, that's completely illegible. I thought I was doing a really funny spilling the null oil joke, but that absolutely did not go the way I thought it was gonna go. Let's see, I gotta put something a little bit funny here. Let's see, what does an orc mouth look like? What does a big old orc screamer look like? There we go. It's great. I can just pick up models that are like scattered all over my desk and use them as reference images. It's very helpful. Probably turn off the underlayer too, just so I can get a better sense of what it'll look like. Before anyone says anything, I'm being silly here. Okay. I have fun. Go, give him the Peter Griffin chin, because why not? Hold on, hold on. Alright, I see what we're doing. Give him the little pleading hands, because why not? Alright. Go. Let's see, add a few more details to the painting table. Go. Now, I know people say that you shouldn't put your brushes upside down in a mug of water. So I do it explicitly to annoy them. Should probably, like, change the canvas size to... See, what's the YouTube thumbnail size? 1920 by 10080. Okay, there we go. I mean, that's probably like I've completely like skewed up the aspect ratio with the resize here, but you know what? That's fine. I'll give myself enough of a buffer space that it shouldn't matter. Hopefully. Hey, welcome back. Just chilling. Go. And I'll just slap some stuff in the background to make it seem more populated. All right. What if I just Photoshop some like hyper realistic Citadel paint pots down here? Nah, that'd be cheating. I mean, maybe, but it would be funny though. All right. All right, let's see. Anything else I need to do here? Pose, face. I think the hair is fine as it is. All right. Alright, now I can slap down some inks. New layer, vector layer. I've been experimenting a lot with this like really like scratchy brush that I downloaded from the Clip Studio store. But I think I'll just go back to the standard G pen for now. Even my smooth lines. Oh, have I fucked up the settings on this? I can't tell whether I've like messed up the settings on my brush or if it's just been like a billion years since I've drawn anything. Probably both, really. Is this lost? We don't speak of the forbidden texts here. Thank you. Let's see. Right. See, the inking is my favorite part of the drawing process because I can just sort of like zone out. Focus on doing like smooth, clean lines. Vector brush. There we go. There we go. I could probably reuse this thumbnail for digital art streams too, I guess. Like it's art related. It's painting. Still counts. Alright. That's not the normal way that that isn't the normal way that I draw eyes, but for all intents and purposes, it'll serve me here. Okay, there. Alright. Probably gonna have to, like, tweak that. Probably gonna have to tweak the curl after I've done it. Right. I want to, like, update all my channel art and graphics and stuff like that. I know this thumbnail is probably not going to be, like, the most repeatable. Like, this is a thumbnail for painting streams. But eventually I want to get, like, more reusable assets. Well, like, assets that I can use in a variety of places. Like, across thumbnails and things like that. There we go. Alright. Hey, I'm just a guy who draws stuff. Doodling on my little Surface Pro. Cost me several $1,000s. So I probably wouldn't call it little now that I think about it. What's going on with the line weights up here? Yeah, I need to get the shape of my head right. Probably need to put it. Yeah, probably need to put like another bump in there. Head dent. Gamer dent. Just that for now. I'll come back to it. Let's see. Nope, that's not the right brush. Okay. Alright, okay. Deliberately giving myself the splayed brush because that's how half my fucking brushes look. I don't know how to use them in a way that doesn't make them split after a certain amount of time. I'll learn the secrets one day, I suppose. Alright. Oh. Just gotta stretch these old bones every once in a while. Deliberately giving the drawing of myself terrible posture because that's also how I slump in real life. Clean the brushes with hot water and vinegar. Yeah, that's the part I should probably do. I do have the... I did get the thing of hair clay just so I could, like, shape my brushes as they were supposed to be correctly shaped. But, yeah, I should probably, like, wash them out with actual products every now and again. I think I've just defaulted to using the the hair clay, and I don't think that I don't think that gives me the best results. Like, I think that just makes them crunchy after a while. What is good brush maintenance? All I know is leave brush in body of water overnight and eat hot chip and lie. I like this little guy. Alright. Hey, what's poppin'? How's it going? See, does that look... Does that read as a real thumb? Probably need to tweak it a little bit, actually. I use a lot of, ironically, I use a lot of shorthand when I'm scribbling out hands. Just because I feel like it's one of the things you could spend a million fucking years on and still get the same result. Like, as long as it reads at a distance, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine, right? Started building new Tyranids? Hell yeah! Apparently there's a lot of Tyranid building going on today. I need to get back to it. Got a whole bunch of Tyranids that are just waiting to be built. I wonder if it... Nah. I wonder if I can get anyone to, like, trade them, actually. Because, like, I don't know how invested I would be in Tyranids. Like, I think they'd be fun to, like, don't get me wrong, they'd definitely be fun to paint. But in terms of, like, actually using them on the tabletop and using them and, like, playing them in-game, I don't know. Yeah, me and a family member split the big box. Oh, that's great. I mean, that's the sort of situation I find myself in now. I have the big box. and I'm mostly through a lot of the Space Marines, but like it's still the yeah, like I got a bunch of Tyranids still left in there. Like I painted one, and but I do like the one that I painted. I really like the custom color scheme that I got going on for them. So maybe I will hold out and paint the rest of them. I'm just one of those nerds who's kind of interested in the tabletop. So I'm like, perhaps perhaps I might like the Tyranid way. Have you seen the Synthwave Tyranid color scheme? Hell yes. I mean, I've seen one of them. I'm sure that's I follow I follow a guy on Instagram who's like, I don't know what his name is, Heresy for Heretics or something like that. But they do a lot of what do you call it? Like neon color schemes, and they're all rad as hell. The problem for me is that like I like to think about things from the tabletop perspective, and like what really like excites my brain is having like a nice uniform army on the tabletop. Like I want all of my minis to be the right color scheme. I want them to all be relatively uniform. I want them to, you know, look like they're from the same clutch or warband or what have you. And in order to do that for the Tyranids, you gotta paint like a lot of guys over and over and over again. You know what I mean? And they don't have like a lot of room for customizability. Like you can't really like, because they're so reliant on like their bony armatures and their sort of like alien musculature. It's like it's very hard to find other pieces to like kit bash them with. Although maybe then that just makes it a challenge. Maybe that's how I should start thinking about it. Maybe I could be the only guy on the planet who kit bashes Tyranids. Same with Guard. Really? I was thinking the Guard would be like easy to kit bash. Because like sure they're small, but they've got like I hear you can pair them pretty well with like Necromunda kits, because they're all like vaguely humanoid as well. Because like the thing is, when you're trying to kit bash stuff and you're trying to like do some customization, like it works best when you can like slot pieces into other pieces, if that makes sense. Because like with the orcs, for instance, they've got a lot of like flat armholes. Like their arms just sort of like slap on a flat space. Whereas like a lot of the Tyranids, at least in the box I have, they they very clearly can only be built like one way. Like they're clearly very designed to only stick together in one particular fashion. And that can make it hard to customize them. But I thought a lot of the guards, I thought they had just like flat armholes that you posted other arms onto as well. I want to build Age of Sigmar goblins. Hell yes. I think somebody else was trying to like convert me over to that uh the other day. They're goblins, man. The goblins, you say? Oh, but no one buys Necromunda stuff. I was talking to like the cashier at my local Warhammer store literally yesterday on Necromunda, and like I don't know, they made it sound pretty cool. They're a lot shorter than a lot skinnier than other armies. Oh, okay. I mean, I guess it makes sense. Like you really sort of get used to like Space Marines and Orcs being the quote unquote default size of the models. You sort of forget that guards are like, oh no, we are actual humans. We are like they're like actual just human people. Human guardsmen for scale, that kind of thing. Yeah, very basic paint parts. Nice. I did want to pick up guard like the first time when I was first getting interested in playing. Um, like I really like the concept of the guard as just being like regular human people in a big old world of Warcraft. Warcraft? No, that's something else. Actually, I can use a tool for this. Let me use a tool for this bubble. Nope, wrong button. Do not merge visible layers. No, thank you. What do I want? I want the ellipse. So I'm just gonna do that. There we go. Just gotta get the size right. Okay, now I can original image. There we go. And now I want to shrink. That's what I want to see. An arm from a 10-foot demigod grafted onto a normal person would look ridiculous. I mean, it would also look pretty ridiculous the other way around. Like I thought about, you know, like I've slapped an orc arm onto a Gretchen in my time, and I've also thought about doing it in the other way as well. There we go. I mean, sometimes you got to have fun, but there are some armies that you can have fun with more so than others. Like the Imperial Guard isn't exactly a bastion of comedy. I've been saving bottle caps for the yearly Fallout event outside Vegas. Oh, that's a thing. And I've just been going to PAX like an idiot. No, I love PAX. That's a good show. Maybe if maybe if I find some successful YouTube videos this year, I can fund a ticket back to PAX Oz this year. Ain't that the dream? You Vegas Fest. Oh damn, that real? Fallout fans be wildin'. More so than I thought. Current problem with starting a guard army now is waiting for the inevitable battle force to come out. Yeah. I mean I was sort of tempted at the Christmas box they had last year. Even if it was like, you know, fucking 200 dudes and like 2 tanks. I mean, that's kind of all the guard is, really, when you think about it. It's just like a whole bunch of Just a whole bunch of weedy dudes. Alright. Aw. Nobody in this world is more dedicated than Bethesda game fans. They will build entire video games from scratch only to get screwed over by the actual Bethesda fucking 2 weeks before launch. Alright, I think I'm just gonna dust up the... If you want a viral video, you could put on the cat ears. I'm pretty sure I've made that exact joke in one of my shorts before. Maybe I will again. I don't think that works the way people think it does. I don't think uh that's the path to instant virality that people think it is. You got to have something else. You can't just put on a pair of cat ears and hope for the best. You need to put your back into it. You need to have some manner of pizzazz. You know what I mean? If putting on a pair of cat ears would make us successful, everyone would be doing it. No. People who are successful wearing cat ears do it because they lean into it. X Enclave turned Google cosplay. Hell yeah. We love cosplay in this house. Oh. Okay, these sparkles over here, I'm gonna put in the coloring phase, I think. I don't know how to draw anime eyes. I'll go over them with an extra bit of color later. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna need to increase some of the line thickness. I mean, you say that, but most of the models I'm looking at do have the earrings on the right ear. So, what does that signify? Should probably look that up. I don't want. I don't. I need to look up all of the secret earring lingo, just so I know what secret messages I'm communicating. All right. Now I think I'm just gonna stick with the lines today. I don't think I'm gonna be moving into any colors this session. And that's for two reasons. One, I mostly just wanted to check to see if my new I mostly just wanted to check to see if my new drawing setup actually works, and it does. I'm very happy with it. Like I really wanna go through and you know, I really wanna go through and like inspect the VOD later just to see how the just to see how the like image quality plays up and everything, because I know I've had a few issues with that in the past. But I think I'm not going to be moving into colors this session. So I'm now realizing my arm kind of hurts. Because I went to the gym for like an hour and a half this morning, and I'm far tireder than I thought I was. So I think I'm gonna leave it there for now and just call this drawing session a rousing success. Hell yeah. And now that I know that now that I know my drawing system works, I can do more drawing streams all the time. Which I can definitely see myself doing. Like I really like having something that keeps me focused while I'm drawing. Alright, but yeah, I know I was only at it for an hour, but I think I'm gonna call it there just so I can give my arm a bit of a break. So yeah, thanks for coming out while I was, testing out this new system. This absolutely hodgepodge system that I have. But yeah, be sure to keep an eye out for future drawing streams because I know they're gonna happen now that I know that I can do them. Alright, take care, team. Have a wonderful afternoon. Should probably eat lunch too. That seems important.